This is me, Christmas of 2022, gosh. Look at that dress. This was the night I won my 7th Oscar for Best Director for the film Ever Young. This was my last movie before AI joined the scene. Fast forward to 2030, and yes, you've guessed it. Hollywood eventually fell in mid-2027, not long after the advent of AI video generation took over all the major studios. Traditional film directors were history, but I decided to take things into my own hands and create one final cut. This is when things started to get real sketchy. After the downfall of Hollywood and all the major players in the film world, creating movies had become a minefield, especially after the copyright laws had changed back in 2008. Unless you worked for the powerhouses that run the entertainment world, making a movie in a traditional sense was now officially banned.
So, tell me, what actually happened to the movie? Did you get to make it?
Yeah, sure. Well, Halowood made the movie, actually. The big guns. I ended up working for them in the end as a prompt reader, engineer. It was as close as you could get to director then, the only human input, the only way I could bring them down. And man, did I bring the house down. Here I am in the studio at Halowood. This was how movies got made now, a lone prompt reader, just reading final prompts from the creator bots. No art directors, no props, no sets, no scenes, no runners. Just the machine pumping out prompts and creating, well, at best, bland sci-fi films that just blurred into one long epic crane shot of a dystopian city. Now, because I was so good at my job, the CEO of Halowood, Elon Tusk, had given me free range to create the movie Final Cut in my spare time, and agreed that I could run it through the system, a decision he would ultimately regret forever.
Wow, so you basically had a free run on their system, but what I don't understand is how were you going to take down Halowood, the biggest entertainment provider on the planet?
Okay, so let me introduce you to someone, Kai Fang. We always called him Zero, because there was zero he didn't know about coding. I met Zero on the set of my movie, Paradox. Zero was working with the CGI guys. This guy was special. He was the co-founder of DeepSight, the chatbot that had shaken up the whole open source world back in 25.
Oh yeah, I remember this guy. He was all over the news. The badass coder.
Yeah, that's him. So, we agreed to meet in an old 90s arcade downtown. He was so angry, too, about the entertainment powerhouses not letting anyone make movies anymore. I told him my plan, and he agreed to help me.
Freya had access to the Cinebot at Halowood. This was music to my ears, man. Just one single line of code into her prompts for the Final Cut movie. And bam, showtime. Time for me to get into my trance, work on this code, execute, and deploy. My idea was to shake the foundations and make some noise. Big noise. Final Cut was all about an old film director from the 80s called Stefan Spielberg, who produced and directed some of the most iconic movies of all time. Time to bring Spielberg's iconic characters back to life. Now, Halowood were big on holographic advertising on the front of their buildings. What if I could make these holograms detach themselves and create chaos in the city? In real time, this would freak people out, right? Like that old movie, Ghostbusters, with the marshmallow guy. I love that movie. That was it. Freya ran the code. I was done, man. 36 hours on one line of code. But oh my god. The city had turned into chaos. There was absolute bedlam. E.T. had morphed into something evil. And T-Rex from the Dino Park movie, well, he had some fun. And when the mothership from Close Encounters landed. Wow. I'll be honest, it was a little more chaotic than I expected.
Zero. It's me, Freya. Pick up your cell. Have you seen the news? Oh my gosh. Halowood are offline. We did it. And there's no trace of that code anywhere. I've just checked. You are a genius.
Halowood were indeed down, offline, and all the top floor guys had been arrested. And thankfully, due to the creatures creating all the chaos were just holograms, nobody had been injured, except for the newsreader guy who shit his pants in front of millions. Well, that just broke his pride.
Oh my god, hashtag what the fudge. So what happened to the AI film industry after that?
That was it. All the AI studios went into freefall. All their investors pulling out. And new studios were emerging again.
And Zero? What happened to him? Did you see him again after that?
Yeah. Zero was employed by a studio called FLIXLAB, an up-and-coming AI filmmaker. FLIXLAB was the new breed. You should check out his work on YouTube. Amazing. This new breed of AI movie makers were independent, not part of the machine, radical thinkers. And so, the filmmaking industry evolved once again, and AI directors worked in collaboration with the traditional ways of making movies. Let's face it, we are all just storytellers, right? And as for me, I spent more time at my beach house doing yoga. I'm not getting any younger,